guys, it's Channon Rose. I know I'm looking extra fabulous in this video today. It's because I was just feeling really extra and like, you know, it's fucking freezing. It's really cold. I think in my last video, I was wearing, not my last video. Wait, was it? No. In one of my videos, I was in a hotel and I had like this huge jacket on and people were like, why are you wearing that inside? And it was because it's cold. I am always freezing cold. So I don't want to wear the same jacket. I don't have very many jackets. I'm trying to become a minimalist. I watched that show on Netflix and I just have been getting rid of a lot of my stuff. So, and this makes me look like extra chunky. This jacket. Do I look fat in this? Tell me the truth. I already know I look chunky. It's okay. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a Ask Me Anything video because a lot of you guys have wanted to know why I haven't done a Q&A in a long time. So I'm doing one for you. You're welcome. Okay, so let's see. Ask me anything. This Miriam Allegra says, what made you dye your hair gray? So for those of you guys that don't know, I dyed my hair gray, if you haven't already seen it, and my roots are dark, and the reason I did this was because if for some reason I get pregnant, I don't want to be coloring my hair a lot and putting a lot of chemicals on myself, and I've always kind of wanted to do the gray trendy hair thing. I just didn't know if I could pull it off, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So I did it, and I'm really glad I did. I love it, and I love how she like blended my roots out. So when my natural roots grow out, it's not going to be so dramatic with the blonde, and there won't be like that harsh demarcation line, and it will just like blend and look flowy and fun. So that's why, to answer your question. Another question she asked was, would you ever consider adoption? Now this question has been asked a lot lately. Because we are going through fertility treatments, and if you followed me for a while and you don't follow me on my vlogging channel, then you would know we've looked into adoption. I've done like a lot of research on it, and a lot of people don't realize that it's actually more expensive to adopt, at least for me, and like where I live, than to do fertility treatments. So it's more expensive, it takes way longer, and I don't even know if they would approve me because of my past in the adult entertainment industry. So we have looked into it, and we're planning on doing the things that are cheaper first, and then if for some reason that doesn't work, and I don't know, I think we'd probably do a surrogate before adoption just because of my past, and I don't know if I'd be approved. So I hope that answers your question. Ashlyn Nail says, if you were able to change something in your past, would you? What would it be and why? This is a really great question, and I've actually answered this differently before in past videos, and I say like, no, I wouldn't change anything in my past because, you know, the whole cliche, like it makes me who I am today though, you know, that's normally what I would say. But actually, if I'm going to be honest, there are so many times when I always like think like how, like what if I didn't do porn? And that would like, my life would be so different if I didn't do porn. I'd be a completely different person. And so that's one thing that I question. If I could change something, what would it be and why? But I don't think I'd want to change it. I think I'm more curious as to, like, I'm not ashamed or upset like with what I've done in my past. It's more like I'm curious to know what my life would be like if I didn't do porn. Like, what would my life look like? What would I be doing right now? So I hope that makes sense. Abby22XOXO says, out of everything you did when you were a kid, what was the worst thing you did? Oh. That's a really hard question to answer because I did a lot of really shitty things when I was little. I think one of the things that I did that was like really fucked up, and this was something that I did to my little sister, was I don't remember if I was on drugs or if I was drinking or if I like was on like just like a bunch of psychiatric medications like that I was put on from the mental hospitals I was in. But like something happened, I was having a really bad night, and I ended up taking a razor blade and like cutting my wrists a bunch, and I just remember just like having blood everywhere, and for some reason I walked in the dark down the hallway to my little sister's room. I turned the lights on, woke her up, and showed her my bloody wrist and said, this is all your fault. It like, I'm not gonna cry, but like, that's probably one of the most fucked up things I've done. I don't know why I did that. There's absolutely no explanation for why I did that. And I will never be able to forgive myself for that. And I actually talk about that, not talk about it, but I wrote about it in my book, The Story of Channon Rose. There's a lot of crazy stories in there. But yeah, so that's probably one of the most fucked up things I've ever done as a kid that I regret doing. Like, I'm really sad that I did that, and I wish I didn't. That's one thing I could take back, I would. Dua, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry if I'm butchering it, says, what's your favorite quote? My favorite quote is actually tattooed on the back of my shoulder, and it says, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. It's a Kurt Cobain quote, and it basically just says, you know, I'd rather people hate me for who I am, like the truth of who I am, than for people to love me and me be fake and like hide who I truly am. So basically, don't be a fake ass bitch. Be real, and if they hate you, I'd rather be hated for being real than for being loved and being fake. That's basically what it means, and that's my favorite quote, and what's tattooed on, why it's tattooed on me. Simply Crystal Logic says, how would you feel if Trav ever cheated on you, and what would you do? Wow, that's a tough question. If I found out that Travis cheated on me, I would no longer be able to trust Travis, and so I don't think I'd be able to stay in a relationship with him. But we promised each other when we got married that we would be faithful to one another, so I'm hoping that he never does that to me. I don't think that he would, which is why I married him. But yeah, if for some reason that happened, obviously I would get a divorce. Ashley at Paxton's a Bowl says, what is an estimated percentage of pleasure you have in a porn video? I'm always wondering if everyone fakes it or if it's actually good. That's so funny, and it's a really like good question. It depends. Like there would be times where it's like 8 o'clock in the morning and you know, you're tired and you were up really late last night, and so the last thing you want to be doing is having sex, and so sometimes you're faking it, and then sometimes you get like a really good looking guy and you're into it and it feels really great and it feels good. So it's not faking it. I think a percentage, like percentage wise, probably for me, I would say like 80% it actually felt good. That may be high. I would say like 75% it felt good. The rest of the percent was like faking it. Hope that answers your question. The porn secrets I'm telling you guys. I'm gonna ruin porn for everyone. Maddie says, what's your favorite makeup product at the moment and why? I love you, Shannon. I love you too. My favorite makeup product is probably the Anastasia at Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Stripped. I'm wearing it right now. It's like my new favorite liquid lipstick. I love it because it's not too drying. Like liquid lipsticks like really fucking dry your lips out. This one is not too drying, and I just really like the color. Sydney Baharski says, when are you going to start your beauty channel, and will you do tips and tricks? Yes, I am starting my beauty channel really soon, actually. Probably in the next week or so it will be launched. It's just going to be called Rose Beauty. I'll try to leave a link down below for you. And will I be doing like beauty tips and tricks? Absolutely. Everything will be on that channel, and you guys can actually request what you guys want to see from me on my beauty channel. So yeah, if you want to like see like makeup, girly, fun stuff, head over there and subscribe. Okay, so there's a lot of people asking if I'm ever going to do a meet and greet or if I'm going to go on tour, and I've talked about this so many times before. When I hit 1 million subscribers, I plan on going on tour. I'm going to go to as many places as I could go. So if you really want to see me and you really want me to go on tour, tell your friends about my channel so we can grow and I can hit 1 million and I can go on tour and I can come meet you guys, because I really, really want to meet you guys. It's like a really big dream and goal of mine. So yeah, let's make it happen. Okay, Nikki and Ari says, Channon Rose, fuck, marry, kill. Ariana Grande, Marilyn Monroe, and Melanie Martinez. Okay, so I would fuck Ariana Grande, I would marry Marilyn Monroe, and I would kill Melanie Martinez. And I just want to say that I love Melanie Martinez. So before I get like a bunch of hate, I'm obsessed with Melanie Martinez. I love her music, but I don't know her very much as a person, and I don't like personally find her really like attractive. So I don't think she'd be someone like I would like have sex with. I think she's gorgeous, but not like, I'm not sexually attracted to her. Does that make sense? I'm more sexually attracted to Ariana Grande. And Marilyn Monroe is like so fascinating to me, and I feel like we have a lot in common. Like if we were living during the same time, we would have a lot in common. So yeah, I probably want to marry Marilyn Monroe because I feel like we'd be able to get along long term well. Okay, and then the last question is from, this is Yasmin, and she says, tell a really wise advice to your 15-year-old self. I think she's asking me to give advice to my 15-year-old self. So what would I say to my 15? I was really stubborn at 15. I didn't listen to anybody. But if I was going to listen to someone and I was going to give that advice to myself, I would probably say, get your fucking shit together, you dumb little cunt. I was so stupid when I was little. I did the dumbest things when I was little. I would just say like, things are gonna get better. Stop worrying about like what everybody else thinks about you. Because I worried a lot about what people thought about me when I was younger. And then I turned 18 and I was like, fuck what everybody thinks. So I'm gonna do the one thing that everybody's gonna like disagree with, which was like porn. So yeah, to just not worry so much about what other people think, and to, you know, I really didn't care what people thought. I think like I did, but I didn't. I don't know. That's hard because I was just such a fucking little badass. Such a little savage as a child. Yeah, to not be so bad. And to like treat my mom with respect, because that I definitely didn't do. And my mom didn't deserve to be treated so terribly by me. I was just awful. Be nice to your mom. That's what I would tell my 15-year-old self. Alright, I hope that you guys like this Q&A. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on. Don't forget I have a vlogging channel and a beauty channel now. So be sure to subscribe to those channels. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy. And I hope to see you in the next video. How I had a famous fuckboy two-time me.